Next, we may want to explore our data set to see how the variables look in terms of the distribution of the values and the spread of the data. We may also want to determine if there are any outliers, if there are any special cases that we may need to look into further. And to do so, the best way is to look at the Analysis tab, Descriptive Statistics, and we may use Frequencies, Descriptives, Explore, and/or crosstabs. We will first consider the Frequencies tab. In this case, we can look at variables which are categorical or labeled as nominal or ordinal. We click on Display Frequency Tables and throw in a few of these types of variables to see how they look. Click on the Statistics tab and notice there are measures for central tendency, dispersion, and distribution. Since these are categorical variables, we will not label these until we reach variables that are scaled. You may click on Charts and notice that you have 3 different chart types: bar charts, pie charts, histograms, and the chart values. We can have frequencies or labels. Bar charts and pie charts can work very well to showcase categorical data, such as nominal and ordinal variables. Histograms can also showcase similar data. However, they are generally used more so for quantitative or scaled variables. In this case, we are going to generate chart values to be percentages for bar charts. So we have moved the variables class rank, gender, and commute time from the left-hand dialog box into the variable dialog box. You can click OK, and the output window appears. Notice that the initial statistics showcase the valid values and the missing values for each of the variables in the dataset. You may inspect this first to determine if you would like to return to the original data view and label any cases as missing or delete as necessary. This would depend on the type of data you are working with and the specific study you are conducting. In this specific case, for the demonstration purpose, we will inspect the missing values as is and continue exploring the data. We obtain frequency tables for the specific categories. In each of the categories, we have the number in each category and the corresponding percentage. For class rank, gender, and commute time categories. We also have some bar charts which showcase each of the categories mentioned previously, as well as the percentages on the y-axis. So we can see for class rank, freshmen had the largest percentage and seniors were the smallest in this study. And we can indicate the specific percentages based on our tables. Please note that these tables should be transformed into the specific reference style to accommodate journal and project style referencing. Similarly, for gender, we can see there is a smaller percentage of males in the study as opposed to the females. And from the table, we can indicate that the values are within 6% of each other. And last but not least, commute time categories are also shown here. Do recall that the commute time categories were labeled from the commute time quantitative or scaled variable, which was actually in minutes. These categories here are the categories we recorded previously. In this case, we can see that a commute time of 30 minutes or less to the campus had the highest percentage, and commute time of more than an hour had the smallest percentage. And we can indicate those values based on the table values. Any other specific variables of interest, we can actually go back to analyze descriptive statistics, frequencies, and we can always inspect them in the same dialog box.